freaking mornings. Ugh. But today is Q&A Monday. So let's just get started with some easy ones first. Number one, what Chorus watch model are you using at the moment? It's a Chorus Pace Pro. I had to change out the strap because the blue Velcro strap basically didn't really work anymore as designed, and my watch was falling off all the time. Super annoying. But realistically, watches do not even matter in 2025. They all do the same shit, and quite frankly, you can probably get by just using the Strava app and just logging it straight through Strava, just like I did for at least 6 months when I first started running. Like, when you think about it realistically, most people actually run with their phone anyway. Someone should make a really epic app that essentially does the same thing as a smartwatch, but just in your smartphone, kind of like Strava, but you know, it could Bluetooth wirelessly connect a heart rate sensor. I don't know. Seems like a logical thing to do when you're running with a phone and a watch, you know, for safety, unless you're like one of those fancy people who has the cellular watches. I don't care enough for that. Next question. Connor, now that you're back on your feet, when are you dropping into a 16-week marathon build? Probably never. Here's the thing, right? After all of this time of wanting to, you know, run faster and that anxiety of not being super fit, I actually just don't really give a shit anymore. I like what I'm doing right now, just running whenever and wherever, and that sounds like a Shakira song. I just like running whenever, not really worrying about pace, not really worrying about any kind of race goals or anything like that, because realistically, even if I did, my body cannot handle that right now because I've been on and off running for the last year. It's kind of pointless to be mentally, you know, trying to get faster and doing all this stuff when my body will just fall into bits if I even tried. So I'm just going to enjoy it, running around the place, you know, running in different places, getting up some hills, getting down some hills, all that kind of stuff. And eventually I will want to do some faster running at some point. I just don't really think that now is the time. You see, life is all about seasons, and you can't just be, you know, in the go season all the time. But for now, all that I'm really focused on is high vibes, low mileage, getting the runs in when I can, not really stressing about it, and just letting the weeks tick by. And I guarantee you at some point, I'll get to the point where I mentally switch into some sort of different, you know, seasonal gear where I want to run fast again when my body feels like it's ready. But right now, I don't really care. Next question. What are your thoughts on foam rollers? I really like them. In fact, I have like 3, and I'll show you them when I get home later today. Foam rollers are really good. There's nothing wrong with a good foam roller. I try to use mine every now and then. I'm more into like the mobility and the stretching and stuff like that. So, you know, they're good. I just don't really use it all the time, but I have 3 for specific reasons, and I'll show you that later. But I have to go back to work. Let's get back on the grind, earn some money, earn some cash, so that eventually, you know, I can get some super shoes when I'm back in that super shoe mind frame. But, you know, adjusted for inflation, it's probably going to cost me like $700 at that point. But before I go, remember the OG original squad who have the white and the black. You guys are representing all around the world. There was a guy yesterday who ordered from Canada. That was our first Canadian. Everyone that has the black and the white original hats, that is amazing. There's not many left. $40 plus shipping all around the world. That's 40 Australian dollars, which, you know, is gonna be a better and better deal for everyone else outside of Australia, because Australian currency absolutely sucks ass compared to everything except, like, I don't know, Zimbabwean pesos or whatever they have over there. Anyway, let's get back to work. Yesterday, 2 hours of pickleball and then a run straight after. Not ideal, and my whole body feels so unbelievably tired. Not good. Now, the next question was about the new hats and when the new hats are actually going to be coming. And they are all ordered. All the hats have been made except for the blue ones. There's going to be a red and an orange and a blue and these weird, funky, crazy colors. The blue ones are just about to be finished, and then they'll get shipped to me. And then, well, I'm gonna put them online and then you guys can buy them. I'm gonna see you guys when I get home. Bye. So, as good as the foam roller is, this is a Hyper Ice, I think. I got it ages ago and I've not actually charged it in a really long time, so I kind of just use it how it's supposed to be used. I also have the massage gun, which is essentially like a foam rollery thing. It just, well, moves really fast. But this seems to be my most favorite foam rolling kind of tool, and it's actually not even a foam roller, it's just a damn rolling pin. Like, all I have to do is just roll the shit out of my calves, and it does the trick. And also, you can use it to make stuff. A great tool. Okay, next question. How are you getting on with learning the skipping drills? Look, I haven't actually really practiced them all that much since having my surgery, which is probably like 5 weeks ago now. So I will eventually get back into them, but realistically right now, it doesn't really matter the way that I'm running or any of my mechanics or anything like that, because like I suck at the moment anyway because I'm unfit. So does it really matter? My mechanics are probably not slowing me down. It's probably my damn lungs and my heart and my blood volume. So I'll get back to them once I'm doing strides and things like that, and I start to feel what it feels like to actually run fast again. Yes, I did a workout last week, but you know, it felt a bit sloppy and sluggish. So I think just doing that stuff, more workouts and things over the coming months will probably improve my mechanics, and then I'll start to dial it in later down the line with drills. Next question. Hey mate, I was wondering if you had any advice on treating peroneal tendonitis with the pain being mainly behind the ankle. Not too sore to the touch, and I'm able to walk on it, which is great news. Wondering if the treatment path for this is similar to the Achilles tendonitis. Yes, all tendons essentially, you know, principally, without actually really looking at it and having a good idea of what's actually going on, generally speaking, they all respond to the same exact things, which is a reduction in high impact, really fast loading, and at the same time actually increasing the long, sustained, slow contractions and tension through that tendon, which that actually helps to elicit a response in the tendon to make it stronger over time rather than breaking it down. Probably what you need to do is take it easy on the dynamic stuff and work your way back through this kind of spectrum of force through tendon activities. Okay, so it starts with essentially doing nothing, and the end is running. And so there's all these different things that we can do along the way, whether it's like isometrics, where you're doing like sustained holds, and then progressing into long, slow contractions, going all the way through range, and then doing some landing, and then doing some, you know, landing, jumping, like reactive strength stuff, and then starting to get into some really hard plyos, and then starting running again. There's a whole spectrum of things that you can do first before you actually try and get back into running. So for yourself, what you could actually do is just some really easy isometrics every single day, maybe even twice a day, just for a week whilst you actually let it calm back down. Maybe do some cross training, and obviously doing some calf strength is always going to help with these muscles too, because the better your ankles are at receiving load and getting rid of it, the better you'll be able to run, and also the better your tendons are going to be. So here's one that you could actually do with your peroneals. This is a really skinny band, and your peroneals are probably going to be way stronger than what this band is going to require. But I broke my red one, which is the step up from this the other day, because it was really, really old. Probably even like, I don't know, 10 years old that I got out of a band, which is pretty good. This one should be fine for a demonstration. Loop, sweep, and pull. We're going to put that on our bone here, so you feel the ball of your foot is going to be about there. We're going to put the band directly across that. We're going to hold the ankle out straight like this. Okay, now in this position, you're actually using your peroneals to hold your ankle straight, which is great. And what we want to do is just do isometrics here. So really long sustained contractions, holding that tension. Okay, that's really good for tendons. Tendons really like sustained contractions for long periods of time. Okay, so you can do 45 seconds, 1 minute, 3 or 4 rounds at a time, and then doing them maybe twice a day. Do that for a week, and then you can progress into doing some long, slow, controlled, all the way through range of motion. Now, once you're able to do that for like a week, just start to get some good tendon remodeling in, you can probably start to increase your strength, start to build up how much you're doing each day, and hopefully you can start, once pain actually lets you, doing some run walking or something like that. Because, it's really hard to actually run with a tendon injury, especially one like this, okay? Because, well, running is the hardest thing for tendons. It's like if you tear your hamstring and then you say, okay, my rehab protocol for tearing my hamstring is going to be to do full sprints every single day. Not going to really work, right? That's the exact same thing as a tendon injury for running. We want to dial it back and work our way back through that progression and maintain our fitness through cross training. Now, that's the end of the video today. I'll see you guys soon. $40. Get around them. They'll be gone soon. Peace. Bye.